All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Throw left side complete. It's Terry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready, ready. 10 logo. Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slam. Slam, slam, slam. X3. 218, chopper. Now.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Now Saquon Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this throw caught left side. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you. Check. First down. Greystone, travel. Stand.
Throwing again. Jones. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Down. 70. Indy. Watch twist. 5.
Throwing Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Gain of 19
yards. That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch 54. Rip right.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
36. Protein spill. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit.
This is Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Coming to you.
Now Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
But no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Focus, defense.
Jones on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A first down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Stop. We're going to 52. He's checking. Crash. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Going to 50.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Complete to number 81. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Cowboys 14, Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Here we go, check him up. Check the call, check the call. 58's the mark.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Right there.
Ready? Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw.
Push him back.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Blue draw Corkers. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Get it.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Check 49, fire.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
65.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Jim. Topper. 99. Check 99. Watch twist.
On first down, Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch the twitch. 80 weapon. Watch the shit. Hey, go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Under.
Prescott now from the 50. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So a little more space to operate now. First and 10 from right around the 12.
Down to lose one. Mike 54. Ready.
Back to throw. Jones being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Check. Watch 54.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup, and he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Right there, 56. In your face. Check 52. 26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now it's Tate. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check three. Hey!
Now Jones throwing again. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Look, squeeze. No. Go.
Jones now operating from the gun. He's able to find Wallace. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Mike's 56. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing here, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
10th carry now for Elliott. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Slayton. They give him a gain of 37. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
X3, 218, chopper. Now.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and goal from the 1.
Now. Check 8. Sam on.
Second and 1. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go. 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Set.
On first down, Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Don't be mad. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 44-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Cowboys, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis.